Welcome to the Month-End Show, episode number 4. The show for go-to-market professionals where we visit all of the best bits from this month on MEDDICC Media and beyond. We greatly appreciate your attention, so let's take a look at what we have coming up on today's show.
So what I think people get wrong if we're talking about that is they overlook those two really, really important parts of the decision process.
But as I dug a little deeper, I found the most cringe posts.
Wendy and I were first trying to introduce MEDDICC to our sales organization. The first thought out of our heads, because we had done marketing for so long, it's like, oh my gosh, this will make such a difference to the marketing team.
This month on MEDMEN, Sir Pim of Roffle and I talked about what people get wrong with the decision process. Roll that VT, Ali.
And I can say this from, we've bought a lot of technology in the last sort of 18 months, and the best experiences I've had have been the one where the salesperson really kind of takes me through my decision process, right? They inform me of the things that I should be considering, both from a business approval perspective. You know, they kind of say, you know, typically organizations like you, what they're looking to see is these sort of indicators from a solution to make it worthwhile. And then there's, of course, separate to that, the technical validation. So what I think people get wrong if we're talking about that is they overlook those two really, really important parts of the decision process that really are the main things you should be thinking about.
Yeah.
The business approval, how do we get green lights from everybody that this is approved as a business initiative, as a business investment in resource and all those things. Yeah. And also, how do we get the technical green light as well, that this solution says, it's not just how do we get the solution to say it does what it says it can do. What is the process to getting to that point?
Yeah, and the other sort of thing that people get wrong there is not tying it to a compelling event, right? Because those two things in like a process, which is time bound, need to have that.
Yeah, a compelling event is just part of the decision process, right? And I see some people call out an extra C in MEDDPICC for compelling event. And our opinion, we like people to sort of adapt MEDDPICC to suit them. But for me, the compelling event is really once you've got an opportunity, once you are evaluating your solution with the customer, there has to be a compelling event that you're working towards. That is the kind of the summit of the mountain for your decision process. So a decision process without a compelling event is not really, you're not really selling at that point. You're just kind of waiting for the customer to place an order, because if there's no compelling event, whether it's their compelling event or one that you've made, we're just kind of sitting back and letting the customer decide when they're going to buy.
When it comes to the decision process, you have to ask yourself 3 questions to make sure that you're approaching it the right way. The first question is, are you guiding your customer through their own decision process, or are you relying on them to drive it? Secondly, are you splitting out both the business approval and the technical validation stages, or are they muddled together? And thirdly, does your customer have a compelling event? And if not, have you created one with them? And does it tie back to the other elements of MEDDPICC, as in, does the time spent not solving the pain that you've now quantified with metrics tie into the compelling event? Does the customer feel that value is being lost with every day that passes without your solution? If not, you still have some work to do. Okay, now it's time to go live to our man in the field, Randy Blonc, live on LinkedIn. Hey Randy, what are you looking at this month?
I'm trying to get my watch in shot.
Randy?
Because apparently it's what you've got to do to be cool on LinkedIn these days. Let me show you. So it all started when someone wrote into the show and said that we should check out this Muppet. Now first, I thought it was going to be just another entrepreneur, spouting their cold calling scripts and morning routines. But as I dug a little deeper, I found the most cringe posts. Bragging bombastic nonsense like this, and it was almost like the LinkedIn algorithm mistook me looking at this utter trollop for interest, because before I knew it, I was in humble brag HQ with Mr. Fish and Chips here. Well, I say Mr. Fish and Chips, technically it's Fish and Chip, seeing as he has somehow managed to hardly get the fish and chips into shot. I wonder why he took the photo at this angle. I can't possibly imagine why. And, once the algorithm took hold, I couldn't get away from the humble brag selfies. Like this absolute weapon who travels a lot and refuses to go economy. I see that. It's quite sensational how you manage to find the same plane, seat, and match your exact pose every time you post a selfie of you flying. This Muppet likes a spot of shopping too. He definitely just wanted to talk about how safe Dubai is, and this definitely wasn't a humble brag to show off the bags. By the way, he has a MacBook for sale for £600. It's in absolutely insane condition. It was only used for business meetings where he did some business while businessing. It's perfect for all-round use, in particular for posting humble brags like this one. Then there's the phones. Humble braggers love their phones. Look, this bit of pearly wisdom. Phones allow him to connect with clients and customers. And customers and clients, and also clients and customers. So not just customers and clients. Good to know. Wow, who knew this device we call a phone could actually do such magical things as make phone calls? What is it with the phone shots? Roland loves them too. The question I really have, Andy, is who is taking these photos? Andy?
Oh, sorry, Randy. It's in a world of my own there. Anyway, thank you, Randy, for another riveting live on LinkedIn. I, for one, think all of this humble bragging is daft, and I think people should be more self-aware. Anyways, next we have a new show from MEDDICC Media, Marketing Unlocked, which is hosted by our very own Chief Media Officer, Jessie, mother of sausage dogs, Walker. In her first episode, Jessie talks to Nina Sandy from our friends over at the awesome Aranya about how MEDDPICC helps marketing teams to get closer to customers, not just in the sales cycle, but throughout the entire customer lifecycle.
Wendy and I were first trying to introduce MEDDICC to our sales organization. The first thought out of our heads, because we had done marketing for so long, it's like, oh my gosh, this will make such a difference to the marketing team. Wishing I had have had something like this when I first started to try to build these case studies and win-loss analysis, because it just would have focused the conversations with the customers in such a way to be able to provide what's in it for them. All of the different players of that conversation to that, but all the ones afterward are as important as each other. It's like everyone has such a vital role in ensuring that the customer signs the initial invoice, but they continue to sign and renew and talk about us publicly and reinforce the value that our product is delivering, so that we can have them do case studies, we can have them talk at conferences, we can have them talk on panels, we can have them involved in our journey as much as we're involved in theirs. I'm really excited about having this chance to revisit my history and what I've learned. So it's awesome. Thank you.
Talking of marketing and MEDDPICC, we have a live event coming up on the 7th of November where we talk about the MEDDICC Playbook for marketers. The link to RSVP will be in the box below. It's now time for a commercial break, so we'll see you in 2.
Are you fed up not being a LinkedIn top voice? Do your LinkedIn posts not get the engagement you think they deserve? Can you just not quite bring yourself to the level of pontification required to match the self-professed gurus? Well, stress no more with the new Pontic8 AI! The world's first AI tool specifically for creating those ultra cringy yet highly engaging LinkedIn posts you crave. Simply enter your topic and select the level of cringe you wish to apply, and Pontic8 AI will do the work for you. Write me a post about getting up early, taking ice baths, and going to the gym. 4:59 a.m. I wake up a second before my alarm blazes. I start my day as I wish to go on with a win. I spring from my 1,000 count Egyptian cotton bed sheets into my LV slippers. As I peer out of my bedroom window, I feel ready. My body is a temple, so I begin with a workout. Then it's sauna time, followed by an ice bath. 6 a.m, meditate for an hour. I don't meditate like normal people. Instead, I listen to positive affirmations. I'm great. This was so expensive. Everyone's gonna think I'm awesome. I could kill a grizzly bear. 7 a.m. at my desk, mushroom coffee in hand, ready to start my day. All before most people are even awake. Nobody works harder or smarter than I do. Hashtag ice bath, hashtag legend, hashtag be them to be them. So if you're tired of your LinkedIn posts not popping off with sadness, humility, and bombastic behavior, then it's time you get Pontic8 AI. Available for just $19.99 per month.
Something cool happened this month. We welcomed the incredible Sales Code podcast by Kevin Thiele into the MEDDICC Media family. Now, Kevin is creeping up on 100 Sales Code episodes, where he's talked to some of the most inspiring and thought-provoking leaders our industry has to offer. Here's a trailer of what you can expect when you tune into the Sales Code podcast.
Welcome to the Sales Code Leadership Podcast.
That's real value that you're providing.
Stay curious, stay humble. Make sure you create the culture and the atmosphere and make it right.
Be intentional, be thoughtful, and learn from the people around you and build relationships.
Don't forget to check out the link in the box below to catch the full episode with our very own Chief Customer Officer, Dick Dunkel. We're going to play out this month's show with a trailer from our road trip video to support CrowdStrike CEO George Kurtz racing at the 24 Hours of Spa. You can catch the full episode of that video and all of the clips in this month's show in the box below. Thank you for tuning in, and until the next time, may your champions be strong.
We're going to go and see the 24 Hours of Spa-Francorchamps.
Anything to declare?
No, sir.
Please don't lock me up.